Welcome back to some professional amateur Starcraft 2. We're gonna have a custom grudge match between WinterSC and WTV's Sakujo and Jedi, who was also in the lobby on Triton, playing random, so obviously doesn't care about actually being good at the game, and is playing the race that literally no pro players play competitively, because that'd be like having your goalkeeper also play forward, or whatever sort of position is not goalkeeper.
Remember,
but
don't panic.
gonna be spawning in the top left. Telling his race. What a nice guy. It's Winter. And in the bottom right, the Zerg player, Sakujo and Jedi. As you know. You know him, you love him. Sending out those first overlords. Winter going to be going off the low ground. Now it is Protoss versus Zerg, so nothing incredibly off script is expected here. One of the most predictable matchups. We'll have to see maybe an early pool. Maybe some sort of Nidus all in, but it's relatively rare. Winter really fucking up his chrono boost there by getting it while he was supply blocked like a gold digger. So a bit of a mistake there, but sending the probe out off of Pylon. Not completely unexpected. The probe will be able to get a scout, see the hatch first, or lack thereof, whether or not there's going to be a pool. Spots the hatch, which is a little bit on the late side, but there's not a pool in the main as of yet for SJ. So, gas is spotted as well. We'll have to see how long Winter decides to keep that probe in the base. Gonna keep it on patrol. And no reason not to be taking that one gate expand here as a Protoss player. Pull and gas on the way. Overlord just chilling. A bit of a mistake there from our Zerg. But the next thing to do with the probe, looks like Winter's going to be doing, is spotting the larva. Actually, how many larva a Zerg player has when that pull finishes can be a tell to whether they want to put some pressure across the map or they're just building up the drones. And right now, not really banking up any larva is SJ. So Winter going to send his probe down to the third, look for a block, while also going for gas in the main. So we're at the textbook. We're playing standard so far. It's likely we're going to see a Stargate out of Winter, and then a few Zerglings and an attempt at a third base alongside Zergling speed from SJ. Is that as yes, SJ. So instead of getting Warp Gate right off the bat, Winter adds on a Stargate. Not surprising. Pretty standard when opening up with the Stargate build. Now we have to ask ourselves the real question. Is it going to be Phoenix or is it going to be Oracle first? As a lot of players nowadays opting for Phoenix, but if you really feel threatened or with some damage done, wow. Winter off on that patrol pathing, does not block the base at all. What a noob. So the probe did not serve its purpose of blocking temporarily for the Adept to come out, but we'll be chilling at the watchtower. First Adept going to come across the map looking for a scout. We'll have to see. First Overlord is coming in. Will that inspire a Phoenix out of Winter? Yes, it does. And the gates to wall off here. I'm not sure. That looks like a perfect wall. For now, the Adept continuing to shade across. Winter going to be adding on 2 more gases as well. What does that mean? Probably some tech into Robo, possibly some sort of Archon drop or something like that. We will have to see as time goes on. The Adept, not shading in. Actually going to shade out after getting a single kill, but spots the drone count. Going to be pretty comfortable that there's no major all-in coming at the moment. But then Winter getting supply bot at 46 out of 46. A classic mistake, surprising to see at this level. But this is a random player we're talking about, so really just doesn't have the technical prowess of a player who actually is good at the game. Phoenix looking for an opportunity. Actually finds some Overlords. Oracle gonna follow things up. And a Twilight Council added on. Probably 2 more gates out of Winter here in a moment. The Overlord's actually unprotected, so a small win. But it looks like it's going to be an Archon drop follow-up from the American Protoss. Things being targeted down. The Oracle comes in, finds a surprisingly undefended base. A handful of Zerglings. Gonna try to get some damage done, but Adept's warped in here. Oracle gonna come back. Usually we're looking to defend the third at this stage of the game. So far, the Zerglings trickling across, not usually the ideal strat. Templar Archives on the way. Lowlands will be sending out his Adepts to join out
or free up some supply.
After being supply blocked, of course, which is a staple part of the build for this player.
No minerals. Good job keeping that money down.
Now, for Zerg, opting for the lair, not as much economy. Really committing to a lot of Zerglings early has hurt the economy, but getting a lair at this timing, gonna afford some options. The question will be, are there enough units to actually deal with the early Archon drop? Now, there's not going to be too much of a follow-up here. It is just going to be the Archon drop, not a bunch of other units involved. The Oracle is going to move with it. But with the Templar Archives completing, the Archon drop can begin. Still a little bit on the late side, but not the end of the world here. Oracle will scout in, be able to tag the lair, and if he spots the Hydralisk Den on the way, he'll be a little lucky. He does, with the Revelation. In fact, the Hydralisk Den, Winter not going to be very happy to see it's already done, but still an opportunity to get some damage with those first Archons. Forge finishes up, Immortals in production. And with Hydras, well, Roach is producing for now. Hydralisk upgrades on the way. Winter will look to target down. He goes for the drones, getting 1, 2, and counting so far. Those Archons doing a lot of damage. 3, 4 kills, looking for 5, and get up and get out. Starting Storm back at home and going up towards 8, 9, actually 9 gates right now, so just another odd number. Showing how imprecise this player is. Charge begins. Definitely a little late on that as well. But Winter still with about a 10 worker lead. Going to be looking to expand on that a little bit more. Especially as SJ continues to build up the drones. Getting 3, looking for 4, 5, 6 more drones. Make that 7. I'm going to get up and get out. A bit of a mistake from Winter. 1, getting supply blocked, of course. What have we come to expect? But also not warping any Templar before that Storm finishes up, which means despite having about a 15-20 supply lead at this point, he's not going to have the ability to deal with these huge groups of Roaches until you have either the Immortal, well, ideally the Immortal and the Archon count. Those pylons are finishing up, but immediately the supply is already used by probes. Stasis Ward actually connects. Lurker Den on the way for SJ, but will Winter be able to spot it? He's still looking for it in the main. Infestation Pit is actually the choice. I'm sorry, I read the production tab incorrectly. Winter losing his Oracle. Bit of a mistake there.
You need a power field for that. Can't work. Upgrade did not teach your probes
But
under attack.
Slowly Winter building up to a decent army, and really it's on him, as he's been the very active one with a War Prism, units continually coming across. The option for Storm, there's been several, well, an Observer, yes, a smart choice at this stage. But Zealot's coming out, and Winter's not chosen to recall his War Prism, which means he could be vulnerable on the other side of the map. Storm is done. Force field's used, and the Storms are laid down. And just attacking with Hydras without the speed upgrade is usually a little dicey. And eventually the Charizards were able to work through him. Just having that base army composition, definitely not as much as he could have, but Winter able to hold on to this. And despite the hive being on the way, the thing is, the army's gone. That means swarm hosts are off the table, and it's just going to be another group of roaches and hydras out of SJ. Which, I mean, they can help, but you really need the lurkers, the swarm hosts, something maybe even Broodlord related as time goes on, especially against a Protoss player with 78 probes, which is honestly a couple too many. Like, you gotta calm down on the probes here, Neeb.
Mineral patch is gone.
Fourth base is on the way for SJ. Winter gonna be moving out with a solid group of some zombie toss. The Warp Prism finds a queen, gonna warp in towards the main, open up an opportunity. Is that hive done yet? Indeed it is. Winter spots it. Moving across the map, the army moving into whatever position, well, will probably be left over. The War Prism gonna drag some units back towards the main. They're on the chase. Meanwhile, Winter going into the front, hitting the fourth, hitting the third simultaneously. Most of the units stuck in the main. That means uncontested. A solid oof out of WTV's Sakujo Njidai. And Winter gonna be able to warp in some sentries. There's just not enough units here. And there is no getting down the ramp from this point. XX. He's going to be able to take it. A sloppy game, but the power of Protoss compels the Zerg. Just not enough economy early on. And that's going to result in a pretty solid Immortal Archon charge lot victory. Now, there's still one chance, one opportunity. Plat cries, all of it. In fact, not even Platinum, unranked this season. So his first game was a custom game he joined, the lobby that said pro gamers only, which was a bold move, so credit to him. But Winter able to take this one. Still, pretty sloppy play. He's going to be looking to shore that up before regionals. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed my commentary of this match, and good luck.